What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles April O'Neil versus the Foot Soldier. And so here we have April O'Neil and the Foot Soldier posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figures, let's actually take a look at their accessories. Starting with April O'Neil, let's actually have a look at her accessories. April does come with very few accessories of this set. She does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of relaxed hands. We get a pair of grip hands. We get a microphone. We get a microphone attached to a tape recorder. We get a camera. And then we also do get her version of the shell phone, which that's not really a lot of accessories, but it's decent enough for what April really needs. Moving on to the Foot Soldier. The Foot Soldier actually comes with more accessories out of the set. The Foot Soldier does come with 4 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of fists. We get a pair of grip hands. We get a pair of style pose hands. Then we get a pair of karate chop hands. We also do get a blaster rifle, which we have seen in the past with other Foot Soldiers. We do get a drill rifle, which I think this is a really nice little accessory. I do like it. We get 2 different shurikens. We get a gray one and an orange one. We do get a communicator with one of the villains in it, which looks really nice. Then we also do get the little pizza goblin, which came out in one episode. And then we get a little statue. So overall, we do get quite a bit of accessories with the Foot Soldier and April, although most of them are exclusive to the Foot Soldier. So with that out of the way, guys, and April just fell over, let's actually have a closer look at both these figures, starting with the Foot Soldier. And so we're starting off with the Foot Soldier because he is, for the most part, a 90% reuse of a figure. He only has one new part, and that is his torso right here. Other than that, we have seen this sculpt before. It is the same Foot Soldier that we got with Mikey, Raph, and then this Foot Soldier 2-pack, as you can see. Essentially the same figures head to toe with minor paint differences here and there. But otherwise, exact same figure from head to toe, with the exception of the torso. As you can see, the original Foot Soldier had no battle damage, while this Foot Soldier is known as bashed, and you can see he does have some of his wiring coming out. One thing I always forgot is that the Foot Soldiers in the TV show, or the cartoon I should say, were actually androids. They weren't really people, they were robots, and that's something you tend to forget, especially when you see the turtles hack and slash at them. But yeah, the Foot Soldiers are mechanical androids, and you can see that this one does have some inner workings inside. Really like the detailing in it. I would have liked to see a few more wires coming out of it. Maybe a little bit of battle damage on the back, because as it stands, that's all that separates this Foot Soldier from the standard release Foot Soldier, is that little torso. And it's not a bad thing per se. Oh, I guess you can say the hands are a different color, but that's minor, and I'm pretty sure that's figure to figure. Same with paint apps. But yeah, the Foot Soldier doesn't have too many new things about him. This one just has this really awesome torso with this exposed wiring and robotics going through him. Really do like that. That's a really nice little detail, and you can actually pose other figures like they just damaged him. So that's really, really cool. I do like that little feature. But anyway, that's a Foot Soldier. I'm not going to spend too much time on him because, like I said, 95% the same figure that we've gotten. So let's actually move on to April O'Neil. And so here we have a closer look at April O'Neil, and NECA has done a really good job with the head sculpt, with the exception that her head is just slightly too big. Now, April O'Neil, her head wasn't this big in the TV series. It was actually scaled a little bit better. She kind of looks like Jane Jetson, doesn't she? With the hair and just the sculpt work on her. She doesn't really scream April O'Neil. If they had made her characteristics just a little bit sharper and her head maybe 5% to 10% smaller, I think that would make this figure a little bit better. Because as it stands, her melon here is really huge, and it does hide her neck. And she does have... It does look like she doesn't even have a neck, but she does. And again, I kind of wish that they had made her head just a little bit smaller. If they had done that, this would have been an amazing figure. Still a really great looking figure, and the amount of detailing they put in it is surprisingly amazing. There's 2 different shades of yellow throughout her costume. We do have the jumper yellow that you see on her right here, which is mostly what you see on the figure. Most of the plastic is molded in this color, so it pretty much matches all the way around, so I do like that. Then we have this darker yellow, which does appear to be like an orange yellow, where this one has more green in it. And that one does come to the back of her jumpsuit, where you can see it is darker. Really, really liking the way NECA has made these action figures, seeing as how they have the light facing them. They have the shadow in the back, and I really do like that contrast. That's really, really good. Her hair doesn't seem to have that contrast, unfortunately, but it does have the line work throughout it. And again, line work is superb. It's pretty much what you saw on the cartoon. Now, I would have liked to see some more black lines throughout her sleeve right down here. But I can understand why they didn't do it, because that's such a small area and there's already a lot of paint there. You can see a lot of paint chip on mine, especially here at the elbow joint. And that's because the elbows were really paint stuck. I had to heat up the arms just to get them loose, and I finally did it. But do be very, very careful getting these joints loose, because her arms are very, very tiny. You can see how tiny they are in my hand, and I have pretty decent sized hands, so do be careful when moving around April O'Neil, because these are really small joints. One more thing about her jumpsuit is she does have the white belt, which does look really nice. Unfortunately, the buckle does get lost because they didn't outline the outside of the buckle. They did outline the inside of the buckle, which does look cool. But yeah, they should have outlined the outside of the buckle just to give it a little more detail. Then we also do have some pouches right here on her bag. We have a back pocket. Her cargo pants look really nice, so they did a good job there, especially with the line work throughout. And then we go on to her go-go boots, the white go-go boots. Although I do feel like they use too much gray on the back. It should have been like a creamy color instead of a gray, because that's a really stark contrast between the yellow, the mustard yellow, and then we have white and then gray. It should have been a more subtle contrast like this, but if I was making this figure, this would have been like a cream color, where the front would have been white as it is. Although it's not really true white, because I think it is over yellow plastic, so it's why it looks the way it does. So do be aware of that. And one thing I do like is that they did include the zipper. That's one thing you really don't see too much on figures, is when they include that zipper. Really, really liking that detail. So April O'Neil here is a welcomed addition to my collection. I am really happy that I have her in hand. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get April and the Foot Soldier compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have April and the Foot Soldier posed next to Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have April and the Foot posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have April and the Foot posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, here we have April and the Foot posed next to a NECA animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Casey Jones. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at their articulation, starting with the Foot Soldier. Moving April off camera, the Foot Soldier does have his neck jutting out forward, so we don't get the traditional head movement, but we do have left and right pivot. We have up and down movement, so that works fine. We do have vertical, or is it vertical? I guess it is vertical swivel on the head, so that is kind of creepy and useless at the same time, but it does work. Arms do go out to the side, only to about there. They would do a full 360, but they are hindered by his shoulder piece right there, so do be aware of that. We do have rotation right here at the bicep. We have double jointed elbow, which should go past 90, but I can't get it to go on either arm, so yeah, I might have to just heat those up and see how I can get it to go. We do have rotation and hinge at the wrist, although really stiff on that arm, but yeah, the wrist does swivel. We do get to swivel here at the waist, which does work no problem. We do have ball joints at the hip, which do go forward. They go back. They go out to the side quite a bit, and I really do like that. We have rotation at the thigh. Double hinge at the knee, going that far back. Rotation at the foot. And I think it's a ball joint here at the foot, so it does go back, forward. We do have some nice pivot, and for some reason I'm out of breath. I don't know why, guys. I'm sorry. We do get a toe hinge, which, yeah, it works. It was just a little bit stuck on mine. Yeah, that one's stuck. I'm not going to try moving that one without heating it up. So that's the foot soldier's articulation. Moving on to April, we do have a double ball joint here in the head. But because her hair is kind of big, it does limit that movement. But she does have some head pivot, which that works fine. Turns left and right, no problem. Up and down movement. Ball joint at the shoulder does go all the way out. We do have rotation at the shoulder, although her collar surprisingly gets in the way, so do be aware of that. We do have rotation here at the elbow. We have rotation here at the forearm. Okay, be very careful with this joint, guys. It is very thin, very small. Do heat it up if it doesn't move, but we do have some double jointed elbow right there. Works perfectly fine, no problem. For some reason, forearm rotation, don't like it, but it's there. Tiny wrist hinge, do be careful with that, as well as rotation there. We do have a ball joint at the waist, or at the mid-torso, sorry. Does pivot left and right, rotate, goes back about that far, forward about that far. Nothing in the waist, but we do have hips that go out to the side, no problem. Kick forward to about there. Just be careful because this is a soft rubbery piece. We have a thigh swivel, which works fine. Double bend at the knee. It's really stiff on mine. Let's see. Well, there's one joint, and there is two joints. So yeah, kind of stiff. I'm definitely going to have to heat those up before continuing with the photos. But yeah, we do have a hinge in the ankle, which does go back and forward, and then forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, April here has surprisingly good articulation, and if I may say so, it's a little bit better than the foot soldier. So yeah, really do like the way these figures came out. So what we're going to do now is get them both posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, April O'Neil, and the Foot Soldier pose for my final thoughts. And overall, I really do like the way this set came out. April O'Neil is a welcomed addition to the Ninja Turtle collection. Even though her head is a little bit oversized, I can still get behind this figure because it's still an April O'Neil, and we really don't have too many to go with our Ninja Turtle figures. As far as the foot soldier goes, I really like it, but I think they could have done a little bit more, maybe some more battle damage here and there, just to give us something a little bit different. As it stands, I still like the battle damage. I just think it could have been done a little bit more. Maybe having the arms a different sculpt or having some battle damage on the legs would have done so much more for this figure. But overall, it's still a really nice set, and I am really glad I do have it in hand. Now, if you are looking for the NECA 2-pack Ninja Turtles series, they are pretty hard to come by, actually. The latest one that I saw in stores, and it was actually the last one I saw in stores, was the Foot Soldier 2-pack with the 2 Foot Soldiers, and after that, I have had no luck finding these 2-packs. Now, thankfully, there are fellow collectors in my area that were able to get this for me, especially seeing as how this set kind of caused everything to go wrong with me at that particular time in life, which I can't go into because of legal reasons, but this set does hold a special place in my heart and in my back for certain reasons. But overall, I still like the way this set came out. If you are looking for this set, I don't think they're at Target anymore, because I know they are doing the Splinter, the Granitors, the Triceratrons, and then the Army Building 2-pack, which that is pretty far from the April O'Neil and the Foot Soldier 2-pack. But if you can find the set for a decent price, I still recommend it for any Ninja Turtle fan, because April O'Neil is a key part for any Ninja Turtles collection. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other NECA and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos. And as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.